Hello all, Munch here, and welcome to my first ever Pro Evolution Soccer Master League video on YouTube. Basically, I picked PES up again last year. I didn't play it on here because it's still quite an unknown game. Well, not an unknown game, but it's still, in terms of licensing, it's nowhere near FIFA. In terms of gameplay, after I played it, it's just different level, and the Master League itself is also like a different level to career mode. This is what I'm going to be doing. Any of my kind of career mode stuff now will probably be on Pro Evolution Soccer. I may do one FIFA career mode, but I'm just tired of EA not doing anything to update it. It was better back in 2005 FIFA career mode, where you could upgrade your stadium, upgrade your scouts, all that sort of thing, that for whatever reason they've taken out, and now they just don't care because it's all about Ultimate Team. So the plan essentially now from here on in on the channel is that FIFA is going to be for Ultimate Team, and anything offline is going to be on PES because it's a much better game. And the Master League mode is a lot deeper than career mode is, so that's what we're going to be doing. What I'm going to do around here is that we're going to set club operations to challenge mode. In challenge mode there are more obstacles for us to achieve to actually keep our job essentially, and you can get sacked in PES. I've seen people do it. I've had mates that have this game that have done it that aren't particularly that good at it. They've kind of gone a little bit too hard at it and they've been sacked. So it can happen. It's a lot easier to switch jobs in this as well, so I think there's a lot more depth in terms of what kind of careers we're going to do on it. For this one, we are going to be doing a Premier League career mode to start off with. We're going to be doing it with Watford. Don't ask me why. I think they got off to quite a good start in the season. I've got a couple of mates that are Watford fans. I know the club relatively well, but not brilliantly. And I've never played with them on FIFA or PES, so I am looking forward to it. In terms of the database, because those of you that play PES will know that they don't have a lot in the way of licensing. So, well, they got more this year, but obviously lost Champions League, lost Europa League. Don't have it for all the Premier League clubs. Liverpool and Arsenal are registered Premier League teams. The rest of them, though, the database, I've actually edited it myself. In terms of what lineup we're going to go with, we're going to go with the club team lineup. So we're going to have the real players for this career, for this Master League mode. There probably will be other ones, like I said, Premier League, and we're going to go as Watford. And that's time to actually make myself as a manager. So there's me as manager. I actually think it's relatively accurate. My hair is probably not quite right, but it's the best I can do at the moment. Is what my hairstyle is like, because it doesn't really have one. And here's me coming into our first press conference. I'm looking a little bit like a bouncer in a nightclub, which obviously, as you can tell, I clearly am. I like the way it documents all this sort of stuff, and like these cutscenes are good and they're helpful, and I'm liking the coloration that we got going on as well. The old yellow and black, just as it should be. Alright, cool. We've got some international friendlies, which is good. But first, let's have a look at the team management. So the majority of us have player faces. Ferreira's not quite, but he's not going to be far off, I don't think. But the rest of them all look like they have proper player faces, which is decent. So there's obvious improvements that need to be made here. We're very short up front. If something would happen to Dini or Gray, we'd be absolutely buggered. Decent midfield. Defence also needs a bit of work. But other than that, we look pretty solid. This is an example of how much better PES is than FIFA in terms of the training. So obviously in FIFA, I think the training is a bit overpowered in this. In this one, you can actually train your players at certain roles to actually get them to play better. They can learn new positions, they learn new skills, you have to teach them skill moves. It's all this sort of thing that I find is just so much better about the game. Kabasele, I think, is probably going to be one of our most important players, probably in the save in general. I might get him to be the destroyer, so he's going to go up mainly in stamina, form, physical contact, all the things you want a defender to be good at. You've got leaders everywhere in our team, which is very decent. That helps with conditioning, so the conditioning of that player will be boosted for key games. Star player, we don't have one, which is good. This is why when we get into like kind of lower league, Master League saves, it's going to be brilliant, because we can basically build our club from the bottom, and we can build all these players. It's essentially a football manager met FIFA. This is what this is. We've got another team player, so that's going to help with the team spirit when we're playing. Creative, we don't have a creative, but Kiko Firmino seems to be up for pretty much everything, which is good because he's one of my favourite little Watford players. Rising stars, essentially the step up from youth prospect, or we like a bad boy. We don't have one. I thought Troy Deeney would be one. I love Troy Deeney. Risk takers are very decent, and then obviously you've got financial ones, so you've got general in the midfield, workhorse, fighter, which helps. But yeah, it's good. We haven't got a lot of players in any of these roles, so we're going to get them to that sort of state. And these are the ones eventually I want to have a Bandiera and a legend and obviously none of our players have any of that, but some of the effects they give you are incredible. But we'll learn that as we go through the save. I think first things first, we need to go and make some signings. So we have a transfer budget of £20.3 million. It doesn't sound like much, but in terms of PES money, that's actually quite a lot. Salary budget of £3.4 million extra to spend, so that's also quite a lot of money that we have. Importantly, we have a youth team, and the youth team is what I'm very, very excited about. We've got a young player here, Will Harrington. I'm assuming his name is Will, it's just W. Harrington, and I think, he could be Kit Harrington. Oh, I like that. He can be Jon Snow. I'm going to sign up, John. You bastard. We're going to get some of these youth guys on board straight away. Yeah, we're going to get in Mr. McDowell because he looks decent. I love the fact you can teach them new positions as well, so that you can see here they can master different ones. At the moment he can play as a right back or a right mid, but he'll get better, so let's bring him in as well. It looks like he's a young wild striker, and he has got a couple of ones already, a dipping shot and one touch pass, so we'll sign him up. Bring in some youth players, but I think we do need to make one really big, or one or two really big signings are required. So I've got players I already know that I want to have a look at that I haven't played with in this game yet. One player automatically I want to have a look at, and you'll know him from the channel, he's one of my favourites, is Bril Donald, and he has the star player trait, so he's going to be quite expensive, but I think we need more going forward, so I'm going to try and start some negotiations with him. Okay, so that's the transfer, that's his release clause, that's why that reaches there. So if we pay £13.4 million, that'll be enough to get Bril Donald and Bolo, and then to sign him on, we up it to 3 years, give him an appearance bonus. The bonuses and everything actually do come out of your, do come out as well. Oh, I want to make his release fee quite high though. Oh, see, this is tough now. Because if I sign him, he's going to have a release fee of £13.4 million. And that's what we're signing him for. So I really want it to be more than that. I think we'll come back to Breel. Actually, let's send out some scouting. Let's see what they come back with before we do anything else. But Breel is definitely one on my list. So we're going to look for some defenders and some forwards. But I'm enjoying this already. This is just so much more in-depth. And there's much more to think about. Okay, so all our youth players have joined up with the squad, which is good news. Here's the owner. We've got big plans for you at the helm. First of all, we can expect a bonus if we win the cup. Here we go. Congratulations on signing your first player. Now looking forward to seeing him in action. Bear in mind that the newly signed players may not be accustomed to your team instructions. When a player with low team instruction familiarity, so obviously if you sign them in, it's gonna essentially not wreck your chemistry, but it won't help. If you think of it in chemistry and ultimate team terms, it's that. So we've got Kit Harrington, McDowell and Viner, all from the youth team, very exciting. And we have our first mission, to win the blooming ICC. Not sure about that. First game against Athletic Madrid. I actually don't want to play the majority of these, because at the moment it's about getting the players in. We lost Atletico. I'm not expected to win it. I'm not going to win those anyway. In terms of level that we're playing at, we're going to be playing on professional because I don't play this game that much. If we're starting to find it way too easy, then I'll start playing it. Kiko Firmino has acquired his team role of leader. Okay, so that's good. We needed... Well, I think we had plenty of leaders, but it's nice to have Kiko Firmino on board as well. It's just another string to add to our bow. I'm going to skip the match against Roma as well, just get through that, getting a 2-2 draw. Atletico are always going to win this tournament. So what I want to do is I want to have the first game of the league season in this one, in this episode. Apologies for this, because like I said, I've not played this game much myself, so you're going to have to bear with me, and because I'm learning as we go on the job. We lost to River Plate. There's a lot of work to do here. A lot of work to do. Right, so our scout has found some pretty decent players. He's found Kovacic. That's not exactly hard, is it, mate? I could have told you he was a decent footballer. Our owner's trust is already down to 46%, which is a bit concerning. And in the in the Premier League, we'll finish 9th or higher. Bloody hell! Right, that is tough. That is tough. Okay, we've had an offer fee from Will Hughes from Vitesse Arnhem. There's no way I'm selling Will Hughes. He's going to be one of our better players, and they've also offered below his market value, so I'm going to automatically say no to that. But there are players actually I do want to have a look at getting rid of. Prodal is one of them, so I'm going to put him on the transfer list. I'm also going to sell Yunus Kabul. Britos can go. I've got no interest in some of the older players here. Or I might keep a Kaka because I know he can be quite decent. But it means that we're even more needing a centre-back now. Here we go. Right, what have we got? So the scouts come up with a few options for us. In terms of defence, Harry Maguire would be a very decent signing, but I think he's probably going to be quite expensive. Let's give him a go though. Let's see what we need to do to get Harry Maguire. Ooh, okay. I think then if we do that and we knock down some of the player salary, I think that might be the best way to go about it, because then we get a big release fee for him, £19 million if someone wants to come and get him. Let's try that then. So 72% chance of the transfer being accepted by Leicester and 71% of the transfer being accepted by Harry Maguire. So let's go for that. And in terms of attacking options, we've got a few ones here. We've got I can't tell what his name is, but obviously it's Martinez. So I'm trying to figure out what player he actually is. He's a very decent option actually. Colombian, 24 years old, can play as a dummy runner. Or we go Vitinho, who can play anywhere along that front. Both of them are actually free agents, so I could technically pick them both up. Oh my word, look at this. I don't have to offer him anything. No release fee. Give him a little bit of a... Let's give him a goal bonus to get it at 81%. Oh, that is a bargain to get Vitinho, to get Martinez. Let's try that also, Vitinho. We could get in two stunning South American attacking options for this. Give him a goal bonus as well. No release fee. Or we could have just absolutely done some beautiful business there. That could be some magnificent business from us there. Prodal's overall rating has decreased, which we kind of expected. Here we go. So there's been... oh no. Okay, so we've had an offer for Prodal come through. And there's been an update for Martinez, but Harry Maguire's broken down, so is Vitinho. So I need to go back and have a look at where that went wrong. Harry Maguire now is crucial for us to get hold of him. So we'll start Martinez first, because he at least wants to come to the club. So I'm going to accept those terms. I think that's pretty decent. His annual salary won't be too bad. Prodal's had an offer. Strasbourg have offered above what he wants, so he is gone, £8 million in, and the salary budget goes up by 1.5 million. That is a good bit of business now. We have plenty of money to work with. Okay, Prodal's left the club and Martinez has come in. So first of all, we'll have a look at Martinez, because what I really want is I want another really good centre back to come in alongside Cabasele, because he's going to be one of our really big players going forward. This is irritating. The only way I can get Maguire now is if I pay £18.9 million, and salary-wise, or he's not even close to being interested. I really mucked up with Maguire. I really... No, I really mucked up with Maguire. There is no chance we're going to be able to get him. That is incredibly disappointing. Now, this is going to be a little bit left field, but I do think this might be a decent signing. His overall rating isn't great. But we're probably going to be having this save for a while, because I'm not particularly good at the game, I don't think, and I've not played it enough to know if this is going to be good or not. But I think we can, for £3.2 million to get Reece Oxford, I think that's a pretty good deal. We'll give him a nice high salary, get that chance of him signing up, no release fee, 75% chance of the team accepting, of West Ham accepting, and 88% chance of him accepting the offer. I think that's a good shout. But one player I definitely do want to get, and I know will be very good, is Matthias de Ligt. If we can get him, prize him away from Ajax, I'll be delighted. But there is no way they want to sell. Look at that, not even close. I think at the moment then what we'll do is we'll hold off on the negotiation. We'll have to hope that my scout comes up with something decent, and then to see what happens from there. Our owner's also got in touch and says he wants us to win the first match, so no pressure, mate. So we're going to have our first match, and it's against Newcastle. Interesting. See, as you can tell here, I've done a little bit with the kits, so you can sort of tell they're not 100% correct, but they do look pretty decent compared to what they are. The normal ones are. Obviously, the emblems aren't right, and the sponsorships aren't right, but apart from that, it's pretty decent. So, first game. Let's see how we get on. It's home to Newcastle. Same with me in anything. I really want to win the home games. And if we get stuff away, brilliant. If not, it is what it is. Look at that. It's not exactly Vicarage Road, but I have renamed it. But that stadium looks quite nice. Just look at these graphics. Look at Troy Deeney. He looks just like Deeney. It's a nuts comparison. Look at him. The close-up details in this game are second to none. They're so good. And out we come for our first game of Pro Evolution Soccer 2019, and the first one of PES on the channel. I'm absolutely buzzing for this, I really am. My own aspirations are just to try and kind of get used to the game in this first season, see how we get on. I would like to be playing at a higher level and professional by around about Christmas. I'm hoping that I can kind of get used to the gameplay. In terms of our lineup, then Ben Foster's in goal, Albas, Kebasele, Cathcart and Firmino make it the back forward, Pereira, Capu, Chalobah and Decore as the midfield four, and of course it's Andre and Troy Deeney up front. Martinez is on the bench for us. Newcastle lineup with Elliott in goal, Manquillo, Lascelles, Lejeune and Yedlin in defence, Diame and Shelby are the two holding midfielders, in behind Kennedy, Keeson Young, Jacob Murphy and Muto up front. Very interesting. No Rondon, who I thought would be a shoe-in to play in this game. We're looking good, the players are looking good, let's do this. We are off and underway. Let's see how we get on. Lovely little 1-2 there. Capu, nice touch out of his feet. Pereira, I think he's going to be my #1 player this year. He's the one I've got to keep getting the ball to. Pereira whips it in. Oh, nearly a header for Andre Gray. Chalobah as well to knock that back, and we rebuild again from the back. Chalobah to Capu. Decore. Oh, this is beautiful. Andre Gray. What a tackle that is. I did not see that coming. What a tackle. But if it carries on like this, we're going to have to up the game mode soon. Because that was brilliant. Actually, I think on the ball, no matter what game, however the difficulty, I'm going to be good. It's going to be off the ball or it's going to be difficult. Holobas. Oh, Shelby's knocked it just around the outside. Murphy. Into Muto. Muto! Oof, he's had it just wide. Worrying times for us there. It's not well defended. Newcastle had the first real sort of shot on goal in the game. Brilliant play by Murphy just to knock it over to Yedlin. Great ball in, and Muto heads it just wide. You can score from crosses in PES as well compared to FIFA. Joshua Shelby's lining up the free kick here on the 25th minute mark. Oh god, where is it? Oh no, no! Oh, brilliant save from Ben Foster. The ball just fell really kindly for Muto there, and it's a pretty poor finish, you have to say. Watch it again here. Oh, it wasn't him. Who was it? That was Jacob Murphy. It's a really poor finish. Good save by Foster. They needed to make it. I've not been able to win that header. Something I'm really struggling with. It's just, from what I've played in like the exhibition matches, one thing I've really struggled to deal with is win the ball in the air. And those dueling headers. Oh! Newcastle hit it just wide. I'm really... I thought professional might be a bit too easy for me. Not on this showing. I'm not as sharp as I am that I want to be with PES, I have to say. That's a really poor effort there from Muto. Yeah, this is nice. We're making nice little triangles here. Decore! Ah! We've had our first shot on there. Abdoulaye Decore. A good effort. Unlucky. We've won another header there. Kebasele is beginning to dominate, and now we're beginning to get on the ball a lot more. Oh, lovely little flick. Ah! Just need to play it a bit more simply. Gray! Oh, brilliant save from Dubravka. And Troy Deeney unlucky not to win the ball there. 0-0 at half time. It's been quite an entertaining game. Been end to end, but nothing as of yet. There wasn't Dubravka in goal, it was Rob Elliott. And that was a great save at the other end. The Newcastle shaded it, probably a half or two halves to be fair. The first 20-25 minutes they were pretty much on top, and we really grew into it in the last 15 of the game, or that half rather. Great play by Chalobah there to dispossess Diame. Lovely ball into Nate. Chalobah making a gut-busting run forward. Chalobah! Ooh! Hits it just wide. A good effort from the young man. Olabas into Capu. Decore to Chalobah. Nice. Capu. Oh, lovely from Pereira. Pereira! 1-0. An absolute gaff from the keeper. Horrendous. But we will take it, and let's celebrate that. Come on. Get in. Not sure what's going on there, but his lovely play originally. Chalobah, nice ball into Pereira. He did so well to shrug off his defender, and Rob Elliott, after making a brilliant save in the first half, that is an absolute gaff, and he is not happy. As you can tell by his disco dancing. Celebration there. Lovely, lovely stuff. Oh, it takes a deflection. He's unlucky then, Rob Elliott. He had it marked properly, and it was a lovely deflection for us. Off Lascelles, in we go. Robert Pereira gets us on the way. I'm going to take off Troy Deeney. He's been very good, but Martinez is going to come on. Decore is also going to come off, and Will Hughes is going to come on. Andre Gray. Martinez with his first touch is to give the ball away. Let's hope his career doesn't carry on in that stead. I've got to say, Martinez is not really impressed since he's come on. He got involved, but not really enjoying his end product as we speak. Lovely. Great take by Martinez. Now he's away. What can we do? That is just a woeful pass. God, he really has not done anything right since he came on. Cabasele has been done by Rondon Firmina. Up against Kennedy. Brilliant play from Kiko Firmina. Will Hughes to Chalobah. As we ease the ball out from the back. Oh my God, what is happening with the passes? Another brilliant tackle. Oh my God, we got lucky there. Very lucky there at the end. A 1-0 win. Scruffy. A lot of work to do. I definitely need to get better at the game, but overall quite impressive. Look at that for a likeness of Roberto Pereira. The man was on fire. Got us our first goal. Probably him and Capoue, my two men of the match. They were absolutely superb. I thoroughly enjoyed that. So in the end, a bit of a snatch and grab. Not the most exciting game, especially in the second half. It was very poor, but we won. That is all that matters. Pereira winning man of the match, along with Nathaniel Chalobah, who also did impress, I have to say. Kiko Firmino as well gets an honourable mention. That was really tough, but we start off with a win. Can't argue against that. Lionel Messi won the Best Player in Europe award. No surprises there, to be fair. Can't even sign Reece Oxford. It's all going wrong. Plenty of notifications. Can't sign Reece Oxford. That's not great. We've got a bit of the owner's trust back, 48% now, seeing as we won the first game. I'm just trying to think about who we can possibly get to end the episode. I mean, we won't obviously see him sign in this, but I'm just trying to think. We need defenders. I need another centre-back. Kraft can't play well there, but he's not going to be the answer going forward. Now this boy looks quite decent. Liperto, 22 years old, quite tall, youth prospect already. I like the look of him. I think we're going to put a bid in for Liperto. He'd be very interested in coming to us as well. So let's go for 96%. Or up it to 3 years. I mean, if we don't get him from this, then I'm going to be fuming. 96% chance of them selling him, and 100% chance of him coming in. So it's guaranteed he will accept the contract offer. Let's just see what they say. £5 million as well for a player that could be quite good. He's 74 rated, so he's not brilliant, but he could be very decent. I think that's a bit of a bargain. Another player I do think we can have a look at is Patrick Schick from Roma. He's a big talent, very decent footballer. I'm going to up this salary and then knock that down to 3 years. We'll give him some bonuses, and then if we put the release fee up, we'll put the release fee up to £11.8 million. That's a pretty decent offer, I think. So then we're going to spend nearly £10 million on him, but with a salary of £2.29 million over 3 years, I think that is pretty decent. I think that's where we're going to end it for this episode. So in the next one, you'll see us hopefully sign 2 more players in Schick and oh god, Liperto. If we can get those 2, and I think then pretty much most of the business is done. Very decent. So in the next episode, what we'll do is we'll have the transfer window as well as the game against Crystal Palace, and then we can also have a game against Everton, maybe one against Watford. I'm not going to skip any games in this career unless they're kind of cup games that we all agree we're not too bothered about. But I think this has been a pretty decent start. Thank you so much for watching the episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. I know I have. I really like Master League. I know it's not career mode. I know it's not FIFA. The licensing can be a bit of a problem, but I think it's one of those ones that if you can get past that, the actual mode itself is so in-depth and so much better. And I think it's one that as you go through them, it just gets better and better, and it's challenging on every single level. I'm playing on professional, which I think is like the fourth hardest difficulty, and even I'm struggling, and I'm pretty good at most football games, but there's a lot to enjoy about this. This is going to be the first one we're going to do on it. I would love to do more Masters Leagues, but I'd love your opinions on, where do we need to improve? What should I be looking to sign? Are the 2 guys I've got lined up pretty decent? Let me know what you think in the comment section. Thanks so much for the episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, then please do like, share, and subscribe. Come back for the next episode. And until I see you again for some more Watford Master League, stay cool.